Are you mad? Who do you think you're talking to? Like, you mad? No, get off me, bro.
Some of these young people rehearse what they've seen, what they know.
Wait, what you know? Hamlet!
Where the character procrastinated, many here feel there's simply no time for that.
15. I'm really not in the headspace for this.
Is there room for school exclusions? Or do you think they should be banned completely?
When you exclude a child, you're essentially saying you're not good enough for society. So I feel exclusion is definitely wrong. Because a lot of my peers that have been excluded ended up in prison and ended up dead.
I tell the young people about a new report. It says there's been a 70% increase in permanent exclusions from schools in England since 2012. By law, all pupils are entitled to full-time education starting 6 days after their exclusion begins.
We asked local authorities and a third of them had no spaces left in their pupil referral units, which means they have to scrabble around trying to find somewhere for these kids to go, and sometimes they end up in alternative provision that's only 1 or 2 hours a day, and that means that they fall off grid. We don't know what's happening to them. We've looked at, and a lot of schools are already looking at and doing trauma informed training, so understanding what the signs are for a child that might be maybe having huge trouble at home, maybe traumatised through some kind of domestic abuse or a parent with an addiction.
The government says the issues surrounding knife crime and poor behaviour in schools are complicated and multifaceted. Simple causal links between exclusions and crime cannot be drawn.
If we just take it from the top...
The writer and director of Excluded is quite firm on his position.
I think it should be banned. I think exclusion should be banned. I think there are other ways, and we just need to be more creative as a society. We need to think more deeply about this because it clearly doesn't work. We need more resources, more people from different backgrounds kind of helping our young people to navigate themselves through this complex thing called life.
They might be going back to an abusive household, they might be around a really bad environment, and sometimes going to school for kids is an escape. And I feel like sometimes school isn't correctly funded, and I feel like it's not all the teachers' fault because teachers are human beings as well.
The government says that permanent exclusion should only be used as a last resort. But in practice, many say it's a tool overused.
Stale, flat and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world.
Ria Chatterjee, ITV News.